Joining us in our Washington studio is Awet T. Weldemichael, Associate Professor of History at Queen's University, Ontario, Canada. Well, I have to say frankly, Awet, that I am profoundly honored and exceedingly humbled to have the opportunity to host you for the first time on Straight Talk Africa.
The honor is mine. I'm delighted to be here, and thank you for inviting me, Shaka.
It's a pleasure that you could finally come.
Absolutely.
And Dr. Munini Mulera, a consultant physician and analyst of African affairs, he joins us from VOA Studios in London. Thank you very much, Dr. Mulera, for joining us this time around from London.
Thank you, Shaka, for inviting me. It's an honor. How are you?
You are most welcome, Ndugu. Later in the program, we'll give you, the audience, a chance to call and talk with our guests. The number to call is 202-619-3111, and the US country code is 1. Let me come to you immediately, Awet. What is your immediate reaction? You heard that Vincent, our reporter in Cleveland, can hardly, in fact, run into Africans who have come from the continent to attend the convention. What does that say?
Well, that says where the priority of potential Trump presidency is going to look like. But before I talk along those lines, let me give you my reaction as an outsider looking in at the convention, which was a splendid display of American freedom, which is the envy of so many people who wish to come and make America their home. Unfortunately, I fear that splendid display of freedom may be at risk of being whittled down or undermined by what may happen in November. The fact that your own correspondent, Vincent, was offered bulletproof vests to cover a political democratic convention inside the United States as if he's in a war zone is very telling of where we may be heading come November.
Obviously, you know what has been happening. You know what happened, for example, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You know what happened recently in Dallas. You know what happened in Minneapolis and what have you. Are you surprised about that?
Yes, I am surprised. I am surprised because whatever I may think analytically or whatever I look at analytically over a long period of time, I always hold the United States of America at a higher pedestal, and I expect more. What happened in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or in Minnesota, and what as a consequence happened or related to it happened in Dallas is a tragedy of epic proportions. That does not surprise me, given the long history of racism and discrimination by police in this country against people of color in general, black men in particular. But that a political convention of the leading or one of the two leading political parties in this country has to be covered by journalists with bulletproof vests as if they're in a war zone, however, surprises me beyond measure.